Oh, hello, 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 hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hope everyone's had a fantastic Saturday. Everyone's chilling, relaxing. Everything is fine and dandy. Quite nice, quite chill and everything. But of course, regarding Arsenal, nothing is chill and relaxing, you could argue. Obviously, Arsenal today played a preseason game behind closed doors against Watford. And they won, which sounds nice overall, but still, it was only 2-0. But you kind of can expect it, to be honest, to some extent. But the biggest thing is, Gyokeres still is not here, and my camera is doing a mess. As you can see, my camera also disagrees with the fact that Gyokeres is still not here. Would be nice if it focused, god damn it. But yeah, Gyokeres is still not here. Arsenal have flown out to Singapore for the preseason, and of course, they're still not here. They're going there without a designated striker, which is even more fantastic if you come to think of it. No striker still. No striker still. Big up Pepper in the chat. Big up, hope you're doing well. Arsenal is a farce. Farsenal. Now, it was 2-0, apparently. It was 2-0, according to one of the most reliable sources in the world, Tom Canton. Because before it was reported that it was 3-0. But then afterwards, the news came out that it was 2-0. But that came out according to Tom Canton. Tom Canton, the same guy who implied that Arteta has done something Wenger never could have done. So it have to take that with massive pinch of salt in those terms. But yeah, see, it was 2-0, allegedly. Despite early reports, Arsenal beat Watford 2-0 and behind closed doors, friendly at Sober LT Training Center. So yeah, because before that, it was reported that Arsenal won 3-0. I thought also it was 3-0, but like a few hours later, the news came out that it was 2-0. Yeah. Oh, really? It must have been like really simple. Yeah, it must have been like really simple. Exactly. It must have been really, really, really simple. Let's be real. By the way, bigger people, if you smash the likes as well, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new and all this stuff. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the live chat. How you feeling before the preseason? Big up Royston. Hope you're doing well. Christmas Day passed and I did not get my Gyokeres present. Roll on the new year, basically. That's what it is. Gyokeres is still not here. Mosquera as well. There is delay with announcing Mosquera because there is some issue with the medicals. Like he has passed them, but there is something they saw in the medicals. They want to do some more checks apparently or something like that. So he also is not announced. So that is going fantastically well if you are an Arsenal fan, of course. So it is what it is, I guess, in that regard. Big up, Valeria. Hope you're doing well. Big up, big up, big up, big up. How's everyone's weekend going so far? Let us know in the chat. My weekend is going well. Just spent 3 hours, literally 3 hours pretty much, defrosting the freezer because I have a big freezer, like I don't even know, like 60, 70 centimeters high and about the same out the deep. And I hadn't done it for a year and a half, and it was pretty much like an Antarctica there. So I kind of prolonged it, and I think it was the last resort I had to do it. It took me 3 hours, pain and a half. But it is what it is. Things need to be done. Big up, people. Any update on Gyokeres? Big up Brady or Brady? Okay, big up Brady. Let's just say it that way. No updates. Gyokeres is not here. Genuinely, Gyokeres is not here. That is the only update if we're talking about Gyokeres. Genuinely, Gyokeres is not here. This is the only update I have on Gyokeres for today specifically is this. Almería president João Gonçalves basically Sporting Lisbon won a sign. The striker from Almería, Luis Suarez, he is actually a very good player. Very good player. I'm surprised that nobody's going in for him because he was balling out in Segunda last year. For Almería, he was bagging goals left and right. And yeah, he has publicly warned the Almería president that they are willing to move forward in negotiations with other clubs for their desired Viktor Gyökeres replacement, Luis Suarez. That is the nuts part. Seriously. There is a big possibility that thanks to the big dumbass that is Sporting president, they might lose. Gyökeres might fall out. Gyökeres might actually fall through. Big up BBK for the raid. Big up BBK. BBK raid is here. Big up BBK. Hope you're doing well. Was caching part of the stream also before I went live. Had interesting discussions as well. Go subscribe to BBK Sports as well. Also an Arsenal fan and doing everything. So big up to him. Big up people joining as well. My other phone is charging. I'm YouTube Sensors. Big up Royston. Big up YouTube Sensors Royston. Big up Royston. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing. I kind of got an inkling of that because you said that Gyokeres will be your Christmas, and apparently, kind of got a bit of an inkling. Big up Prime. Hope you're doing well. What do you think is wrong with Mosquera? Maybe some bad blood checks, and when do you think here we go will happen with Gyokeres? What day? To be honest, I have no idea. Well, with the Mosquera thing is obviously people can pass medicals overall with no problem. However, there is some tests you do. Maybe you see something minuscule in it, like let's just put it that way, something with blood, something with maybe a bone or something, and you want to do a deeper check-in that regard. So maybe that's why it is also delayed. Regarding Gyokeres, if this is true, what you currently are seeing on your screen, the fact that Almería president is at the moment now literally firing up a spark under Sporting's president's ass, right? Basically, as it states there, like speed up with the deal. It could be done quicker. Tomorrow is Sunday, as we all know. On Sundays, we tend to get some pretty good news, pretty much news regarding Gyokeres and stuff like that in the last 2 weeks. So there is hope in that. But ultimately, I don't know. Because this deal has gone hella silent in the last few days, which is also very interesting and very weird, if you ask me. So that could mean only two things. Either Sporting, obviously, are doing the Suarez business so they can instantly sell and sign, or it's close to being done. Because many times when the deal gets talked quite a bit, right, it's something happening, but nothing specific. However, then again, once it goes dead silent from advanced talks, I think that means that they are very close to being a here we go now and announcement as well at the same time. Honestly, I might be just speculating here. Obviously, that's what I'm doing right now. But that usually tends to mean that type of situation going on. Is Tom a top gunner? Yeah. This Tom Canton, this specific guy, Tom Canton Media, is that Tom Canton who Shane, for example, and other people regard to in his own streams about the contradicting himself, who wanted Sheshko and Gyokeres and all this stuff. He is that guy, basically. He is that guy. He is the mouthpiece. He also gets into interviews regarding Arsenal, so kind of cannot say anything bad about Arsenal. So he is that guy, basically, yeah. Big up, Alvin. Welcome from BBK Sports as well. Big up, BBK, for the raid. Ironically enough, I don't get announcements when I get raided, which is very, very weird. I don't get them on StreamYard. I don't get them on stream that I have simultaneously open next to me. So it is a weird one, genuinely. I don't know why, but I just don't get any pop-ups, no nothing. So thank you. If you come from a raid, just let me know where you're coming from. Big up, Gavin. Big up. Hope you have had a great day. Big up, Mr. Baird. Big up. Was nice to see you on the BBK stream as well. Big up, big up, big up. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Bluebird, also joining from BBK. Big up, Gary. Also was live on BBK stream. Big up to you, my man. I watched the Leeds versus Man United preseason game earlier. I had a lovely sleep. Yeah, like that game finished 0-0. It was kind of insane. Genuinely, it was kind of insane. Like, you would expect at least some goals because Leeds and United actually have quite a bit of a rivalry going on between them, but there was none of that. It was very, very lackadaisical, to say the least. Doesn't Sporting have a good Danish number 9, something harder? He's Danish? I thought he was Scottish, but maybe Danish. I don't know even. Why do they need more number 9s? To be honest, they have only 2. They have Gyokeres and Harder. And if Gyokeres leaves, they need another one. And of course, looking at how Luis Suarez was playing for Almería last season, if you don't watch the Segunda, right, in Spanish division, I would totally suggest you to do so because there are so many good players and it's actually very entertaining football. Half of, like, most of the games I watch in Segunda are 10 times more entertaining than Premier League games. Seriously, most of the Premier League games. I kid you not. It's probably just staggering, the announcements, but when you have a preseason in a different country, I would have made some sense just to announce quickly and get them all on the plane. Exactly. That would be the big thing. That would be the big thing. But at the moment, how the deal is dragging on, it feels like Arteta, as we all know, he wanted Sesko, not Sheshko, but Sesko, right? We all know that. Maybe he's throwing some spanner in the works so it gets delayed to some certain extent that we don't get him. Because if Arteta really wanted Gyokeres, he would genuinely go to Josh Kroenke, to Tim Lewis, to Richard Garlick, to Berta, take them by the scruff of their neck and say, I'm flying out in 2 hours after Watford game. Where on earth is my striker? Where is my striker? The preseason is kicking off. We play in few days. Where there is my goddamn striker? At least I would expect that. Because when deadline is approaching and when I am at work, obviously my boss is harassing my ass. Let's be real. So why Arteta is not doing that? There is something really going on that it's not making sense. I'm not gonna lie. I'd understand who will Arsenal go for if the deal collapses. I won't be happy with Watkins. And if we can't pay 70 for Gyokeres, how will we pay 90 plus add-ons for Sesko if we lost Osimhen as well? And that is the big thing. First things first, if this Gyokeres deal falls through and Arsenal don't sign him, the fan base, the uproar, if you thought that the fan base got toxic after we signed Madueke, it's gonna be 10 times worse. Because we haven't had a striker for 3 years, 3.5 years since Aubameyang. We haven't signed a proper number 9 since we assigned Aubameyang, which was 7.5 years ago. And Arsenal were used to known for having phenomenal strikers. Just think about it over time, like Ian Wright, Kevin Campbell, Henry, Anelka, Bergkamp, Van Persie, to some extent Giroud, to some extent as well Alexis, of course, Aubameyang. And now we have nothing. We genuinely have nothing. And we've been starved for so long that it could cause massive uproar in the fan base, 100%. And Arsenal also, they are not ready. Our signings are not completely done. When you look at teams like Liverpool, big up Mr. Barrett, when you look at Man City and teams like that, they have done about 80-90% of signings already. They are in the team. They're not even talking about them anymore. They have done them, which means we are already 2-3 steps behind them. And when the season kicks off, we are also going to start the season 2-3 steps behind them, which means that it's going to take us more time to catch up. And by the time we will be ready to start catching up, the time will have run out. We already could be so far behind that we have to shut up shop and basically secure top 4, because fighting for the league already could be gone. And if we talk about next, Watkins, I would have taken Watkins in January. Right now, it's not enough. Gyokeres, it falls through. Sesko, we might not going back for him. Osimhen, it is going to Galatasaray, so TKA is happy. What's left? Seriously, what is left if we don't get Gyokeres? And that is Watkins, let's be real. But if we take Watkins out of equation, we have nothing. We genuinely have nothing. And that could be very, very problematic for Arsenal overall. Do you think that Gyokeres will sign? I think so. I genuinely think so. It's like the longer it gets dragged out, it's starting to become more of a hope than I believe and everything, right? But I think at the end of the day, Arsenal will get Gyokeres. When? That is a completely different question. But knowing Arsenal, knowing our past, the PTSD I have regarding Arsenal and transfer windows, I also am low-key preparing myself for this deal to fall through. I'm not gonna lie. He's that guy, but not in a good way. Yeah, BBK sent us. Big up BBK for the raid once again. Big up Anthony. Big up Anthony Herbert. Big up, hope you're doing well today. Did you guys see the banner that Sporting fans created? We better get the Gyokeres deal done. He cannot afford to go back. He's gonna get beat up. Yeah, that's the thing. The way Gyokeres has acted right now regarding this transfer, it's gonna get toxic in Sporting Lisbon, from fans to the club. We already know that Sporting Lisbon also has invaded their training ground when they had Bas Dost and all these guys, or it was Slimani, I don't remember off the top of my head. And they confronted them. They demolished their training ground and everything. They have proper fans and proper ultras there. So we also cannot forget kind of that. So if Gyokeres stays at Sporting, the apology he's going to put out to teammates, to president, to the club, and to the fans will just do that much. Rest of the stuff, it will take time to heal. The fans take no bullshit. Genuinely, the fans take no bullshit whatsoever. And just like in France, in Italy, and even in Spain, let's be real, the fans take no crap. Unfortunately, English fans is complete opposite. Like, being an Arsenal fan sometimes feels like a social experiment in terms of how much pain a fan base can endure until they have enough and they start to rebel. Like that's how it feels like. Big up Anthony, big up. Big up Tony Claude, big up Tony Claude. Smash the likes, people. Listen to him. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. Big up. Hope you're doing well as well. Today, go subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV as well. Go subscribe. Show him some love. Of course, fellow Arsenal fan and everything. Show him some love 100%. Big ups. Big up to everyone. Two things I think about Gyokeres. Sporting is on the stock market, so maybe they have delayed to the transfer to make the stock price not dip as much. Maybe Arteta is holding out for Isak. I think it's the second one, but it's also not for Isak. I think Arteta might be throwing some spanners in the works. Because let's be real, Arteta doesn't want Gyokeres. He wants Sesko. It's pretty much documented very well over the last year or so regarding Sesko talks and everything, even when Edu was here. And Gyokeres is wanted more specifically by Andrea Berta. Berta already wanted him at Atletico Madrid, and they just went over his head and signed Julian Alvarez. So I think that there is some disagreements in those terms as well. Big up Hyper Protagonist. Hope you're doing well. Big up Wahaha. Hope you're having a great day today as well. Even if Gyokeres scores 20 goals, less than the goals he scored this season, we can win the league without... Like, for me, if we sign Gyokeres, my minimum expectation from Gyokeres in Premier League is 20-plus goals. In all competitions, it's 30-plus goals. Because even if we talk, he hasn't done in Premier League, all these top gunners who are crying. He has done it in Championship. More physical league, more draining, and more exhausting league. First things first. Second of all, he has proven himself in Champions League, of course, right? And on top of that, looking at the amount of chances, even we sometimes complain about the fact that we don't create enough chances. There are games where we create chances, but unfortunately we have Havertz or Merino or someone else up top who is not a natural finisher, which means at the end of the day, that those chances get wasted. We have seen it many, many times, especially with Havertz missing from 2 yards out, from 5 yards out, and all this stuff. Merino as well is not a natural striker. So you would expect, for the amount of chances we tend to create, for the amount of chances we tend to miss that should be goals, Gyokeres should be at least converting half of them. And if you look at Havertz has scored like 12, 13 goals in Premier League, Merino scored about 7 or 8 in Premier League, you would expect that Gyokeres scores 20 plus without shadow of a doubt. That is the expectation from me, at least. And that's how I see it. Let me know what you think about that as well in the chat, because this Gyokeres thing is starting to genuinely get on my nerves and piss me off to a very high degree. Big up Darren, hope you're doing well. Yeah, about winning the league, that's a bit different story, but I'm expecting Gyokeres to score 20 plus in Premier League and 30 plus in all comps. But about the Premier League winning, no, I cannot. I genuinely cannot put myself out there and just put it like that. I genuinely could not put myself out there in terms of that. 100%. That is the biggest issue here. Now, what else is here? What else is here? Look at this. Now, Arsenal have taken 30 players to the preseason as well. Arsenal have taken 30 players to Asia preseason. That includes Tommy Setford, Alexi Rojas, Josh Nichols, Maurice Salmon, Louis Copley, Ismail Kabia, which is nice, Max Dauman, which is also great, and of course, Andrei Harimananoush, which is also fantastic. Let's see how they do. Genuinely, let's see how they do. In some other news, let's just put it that way, in some other news regarding Arsenal, today, well, it's not regarding Arsenal per se, but you get the point. Today, Newcastle played Celtic, right, in friendlies, and Celtic won 4-0. Kieran Tierney produced an incredible assist on his first game back with the Celtic colours this afternoon. I'm pissed off, I'm not gonna lie, that we let Kieran Tierney go. Kieran Tierney, lad, and all this stuff, we let him go. He was actually the proper left back. He was so mistreated by Mikel Arteta, and it pains me that he didn't get a proper chance. You can bitch and moan about the injuries as much as you want, But if you look at his injury record, Partey was more injured, Zinchenko was more injured, Tomiyasu was more injured. Let's be real, it's just a myth that he was injury prone. Yes, he got injuries. They just were they happened more. They weren't as serious, so they happened more often, which made him seem being basically injury prone and out all the time. But he was not. And when even he played, he was quite fantastic at Arsenal. And I kind of still hurts that he has left. I'm happy for him because he finally has gone out of Arsenal and he has chance to win trophies, fight, and play. I'm not gonna lie. The same time, he could have done it at Arsenal. Put him as a left back, put Skelly in the midfield and everything. Like, it could have worked out. It genuinely could have worked out. But unfortunately, Mikel Arteta thought otherwise, which ultimately still pains me to this day. Let's just put it that way. I just have a feeling we will win Premier League and FA Cup. You know, from your mouth to God's ear, because I want to win trophies. I'm sick and tired of not winning stuff. We need to start considering that Gyokeres is not signing. It would be the most Arsenal thing to do. I really don't want to start considering that, but low-key, I'm preparing myself that something could go wrong. Big up Pee-wee. We should have stuck to Sesko, my choice. Rumor has it Man United will get him. No, also no. 90 million for Sesko, not worth it, first things first. Second of all, also no. For that price, you can get better strikers, 100%. Exactly. Big up, Pee-wee, big up. Yeah, it's such a shame how Arteta treated him. Such a pain, such disappointment, I'm not gonna lie. Big up, Tony. If Arteta failed to sign an Arsenal fan from Uganda. Who is Tony? Because whenever I hear name Tony, I think of NCIS. Like, that's the first thing, or Tony the Tiger. From Uganda, Gyokeres, Arteta deserve to be chased. Yeah, and if we like, Arteta should be just yeeted out. Arteta, stubborn, smug prick, as Rich says. Yeah, Tierney got away from that one. Yeah, Tierney has a chance to rescue his career and everything, and he took the chance. And to be honest, going back to Celtic, the best possible case scenario, because he's loved there. No matter what, he's gonna play there. He's gonna do well there. He's gonna win there and everything. Let's be real. He's gonna do very well because we signed him from there and he already was good then. I never believed we would get Gyokeres in the first place. And the copium is starting, isn't it? Pepper. The copium is starting to kick in, isn't it? If Gyokeres deal fails, Arteta is cooked. Like, I'm not even joking. The hate he got for signing Madueke was crazy. I just can't imagine the hate he will get. Yeah, exactly. And that for me is one of the biggest cases. If this deal falls through, what's its face? The repercussions and everything, especially that's going to happen in terms of everything that we saw already with the toxic negativity from the fans in terms of Arteta out, spending on murals, everyone pissing everyone off on social media, outbursts. People who tweeted and sent direct messages to Noni Madueke, those are not real fans. Those should genuinely just be found out by Elon Musk, blocked, and then by Scotland Yard sent to some sentences or something like that. That is a different story, of course. But overall, like, the outburst from Arsenal fans, it's gonna be something we have never seen before. Because this fan base, I have never seen this fan base being so against a specific signing like it was Noni Madueke, right? If we don't sign Gyokeres, it will get 10 times worse. It genuinely is going to be 10 times worse. Because most of the fan base, if there are any things we agree upon, right, it was that we don't want Madueke. We wanted to keep Kieran Tierney, for example, and we want Gyokeres. Obviously, there's a part who wants Sesko. There's no argument about that. But most of the fan base want Gyokeres. And after all this saga we have been through right now, with him moving couch cushions, breaking up with his girlfriend, going on strike, taking 2 million deduction of his salary, and his agent apparently waiving his chances to get the signing on fees and agency fees. If we don't get this over the line, it will be the end of days in this fan base. You should get ready for Højlund. Hey, Wahaha, calm down. Seriously, calm down. You just drew 0-0 to Leeds. Højlund, you should be worried about that yourself. Guirassy would be good at Arsenal. Good value, yeah. Guirassy was available last summer for 15 million. 15 million last summer, you could have bought Guirassy from Stuttgart. Like, why we didn't do that? Boniface was available, Dovbyk. Sorla, Tony, 5 options I have named already. There would be more if I actually had time to even sit there. Give chance to Mika Biereth, another option. Like there were endless options what we could do, and we choose to do nothing. That is the nuts part. Yeah, big up BBK, big up BBK. Hope you're doing well. Hope your recovery as well is doing well. Never believed in the first place. Pepper and copium. Those fans should have been sent. Big up TK. Hope you're doing well. Great stream with Saad today as well. Go subscribe to BBK. Freaking hell. Go subscribe to TK. Also an Arsenal fan and also Galatasaray fan. He's getting Osimhen at his club. Like, imagine being a Galatasaray fan these days. You get Osimhen, you know? He's getting Osimhen at his other team, you know? Like, it's not fair. It genuinely is not fair, but big up to TK. Had a great stream today as well. Arteta secretly hoping the deal falls apart. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's also not a surprise that whilst, Berta was in Portugal. Remember, on Saturday, over the weekend, he flew to Portugal to talk the deals over with Gyokeres, right? And all of a sudden, whilst he is there, Arsenal are in talks with Noni Madueke. Isn't that telling you something? Big up Jervis, big up. This is so embarrassing. Arsenal starting preseason without the main player that we need. To be honest, we are starting preseason without a single striker in the team. We have 30 players flying out to Singapore as we speak, and none of them is a striker. Zilch, nada, nil, zero. Nothing. Genuinely nothing. Casper the Ghost, John Cena the striker, basically. Like, that is embarrassing for a club like Arsenal. And the Cronkies, I love that. Although they can't on socials. Yeah, they are on LinkedIn, to be honest. But to be honest, like, they don't even have Arsenal in their LinkedIn profile. Go check that one out. Big up the chat. Like and subscribe, people, if you haven't already. Like the stream. Let's aim for 30 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new. We are this close to 800, about 26 off the last time I checked. So we are inching towards that as well. Bro, Arteta never wanted Gyokeres. He was behind the scenes fighting and signing the entire time. Berta was the one. Exactly. Berta was pushing for Gyokeres, not Arteta. So that is the big issue. Ain't no way any club is paying 90 mil for Sesko. Yeah, he has potential. And these days, let's be real, like, it feels like 30% of the price you pay for a certain player in specific age group is for potential. I get that. But 90 million, seriously, 90 million. For 90 million, you can sign 2 strikers and decent ones. But let's not beat around the bush here. You can sign a proper finisher as well. Ready. It wasn't 90 million. Sesko 5 years younger, holds increased value. Gyokeres won't be much cheaper, and with the add-ons, that's one. Is this Luis Suarez all over again? Maybe. Higuain, Suarez, Benzema. Remember the days. We go in for Luis Suarez and we get Marwan Shamach. We go in for Gonzalo Higuain. We get Yaya Sanogo and all this stuff. It's typical Arsenal fashion, isn't it, over the years? It's like everything. Big up, TK. Big up. Ben Jacobs said that Arsenal will sign Gyokeres and small details are left. Well, they have been saying that for the last week and a half. They genuinely have been saying that for the last week and a half. And nothing has changed. Oh, only small details need to be ironed out. What details? We are a clothing brand, to be honest, Arsenal fashion club and everything, right? So maybe they are ironing those details out. I don't know. But the fact that we need some details are left, that has been said for the last 2 weeks almost. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key preparing myself for the fact that this deal might fall through. And then it's gonna be Peakums everywhere. Trust me. And that's gonna be the incompetence on the highest level. Big up Shane. Big up Shane. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Big up Shane. Great Irish breakfast and everything today as well. Hope you have had a great day. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Shane as well. Also Arsenal fan, always speaks facts, says it as it is and everything. No bullshit, just pure fact. Just always pure fact. Good collabs as well he's doing, panel shows and everything. Just go subscribe to him as well. Show him some love. Hoyland, good deal. We pack up Garnacho with him. Calm down. We sign only from Chelsea, which is a big worry because we could actually get Action Jackson. And as I speak of Action Jackson, by the way, The resident Chelsea fan is in the chat. Big up Yessa as well. He's a Chelsea fan. Go subscribe to him as well. Show him some love. Given how much players we signed from Chelsea, might as well drop him a sub as well, by the way, people. But yeah, Action, don't be surprised if we are linked with Action Jackson at some point, because if this deal drags out, like, it's going to be insane. Yeah, it is embarrassing. Bro, Arteta is gonna fight any deal that affects his boyfriend Havertz and Odegaard. Yeah. So people guessing up both Gyokeres and Eze signings might be a very rude awakening. True. Like, personally, for me, we need Gyokeres, we need Eze, we need Rodrigo, we need all three. At this stage, it looks like we're gonna get none of them. The closest one is Gyokeres, because the deal is advancing and all this stuff for the last 2 years, what it feels like. But overall, to a certain extent, it feels like we're gonna get none of them. That is the most annoying and most embarrassing part. And that's what hurts the most. Cascade the settings, what hurts the most. Being so close, having so much to say, and watching you walk away. If you know the song, you know the song. And this is something about Gyokeres, Eze, and all these guys. Being so close and watching you walk away. Like, that is Arsenal. Big up Yasser. Slap the likes, people. Listen to Yasser. Smash the like, subscribe, and everything. Subscribe to Yasser as well. Big up everyone. Ready. Sesko is fast, tall, and good header. Fast, tall, and good header. Might as well sign Giroud in that case. He's tall, he has good header, still had decent speed and everything. Like, if we want that, you might as well put Mosquera at striker. He is fast, he is tall, and he's a center back, so should have good heading ability as well. Any updates on Eze? Haven't heard anything yet. Yeah, nothing. Regarding Eze, there is, again, zilch, nada, nothing, zero. Nothing. Seriously, could say nothing in about 6 languages and still would mean nothing. There's nothing, seriously. That is the nuts part. And signing this Noni Madueke guy, like, Noni, are you okay? Are you okay, Noni? And all this stuff might affect all these Eze and the rest of the signings. No matter how much PR they want to push that they are separate, so far doesn't look like that. How comes we are genuinely haggling at the moment with Lisbon? Not over 10 million right now. Over 2.5 million euros, by the way, around 2 million pounds. We are haggling over 2 million goddamn pounds. Like, make it make sense. Genuinely make it make some goddamn sense. Sesko is a very expensive Slovenian lamppost. Yeah, basically, that's like top notch and everything. Well, if you spend 52 on Madueke, you can spend 90 on Sesko. Well, no chance in hell. If we sign Madueke and Sesko, like, you might as well fold the club. Fold the club. Real Madrid soon embarrassed Sesko for single-handedly keeping them in the UCL 2 years ago. To be honest, that's very true. Sesko had like 2 one-on-ones, one also clear-cut chance, and he missed all of them, by the way. Shot him straight at the keeper, panicked, and everything. Like, Real Madrid won the Champions League as well that season, if I'm not mistaken, and that was solely because Openda and Gyokeres both all missed chances. Yeah, sorry, Openda and Sesko. If Gyokeres was stalling because of pennies, basically. Yeah, we are penny pinching. Penny pinching. So, look, you know how many Arsenal fans are in the world, right? If we started GoFundMe and we took £1 from every Arsenal fan, we could sign Gyokeres, Rodrigo, and Eze like that. Like, seriously, it wouldn't take that much. Arsenal have about 100 million to spend, 150, 100 million Arsenal fans. Someone donates maybe a bit more, we can sign all of them. If we could do that, why not? If you had a dinner with Arteta and had to answer every question, what would you ask? When you're leaving? When you're going to turn on the light bulb? How does the lemon juice taste? How was sharing wives with Zinchenko and Ben White going on? Who scoops when the dogs poop? What else is there? How much money did you make from pickpocketing your own players? Something like that, I guess. But more importantly, when you gonna F off? But let's be real, he's not gonna answer. He's gonna storm out, or he's genuinely gonna just piece the scene. He genuinely is gonna piece the scene, or he's gonna lie through his teeth like he does all the time in interviews. If Gyokeres was a Chelsea player, would we have gone him under an hour? Oh, 100%. The issue is, and Yasser will testify to this, if they had Gyokeres, they would not sell Gyokeres, just like with Cole Palmer. Arsenal right now could go into Chelsea and say, here's 100 million, we want Cole Palmer. Here's 100 million, we want Caicedo and stuff like that. They will never sell them because Chelsea actually values some of those players. Madueke was like 4th, 5th choice winger for them. They willingly chose to sell him just before the Club World Cup final. So that also raises the question. If he is not good enough for Maresca in phase 1, phase 2, for Chelsea, who are top 4 challengers, how is he going to be good enough for phase 7, Mikel Arteta title-challenging Arsenal team? Will he get us over the line? Where does that make sense? Where does that make sense? Details are less than 10. Yeah, it's insane. Big up the African gynecologist tutorials. What a name. Seriously, what a name. Best name I've read today. Seriously. African gynecologist tutorials. Freaking hell. I think they're afraid Newcastle will break his leg. Let him be cleared after the Singapore thing. Those games looks too serious. You think they're afraid that the Spurs or Newcastle are going to break his leg? Like, just come on, man. Any thoughts on Will Wright, the younger striker we bought? No idea. Seriously, haven't watched him play for Salford, I think it is, or somewhere like that. I only know he's supposed to be good and Liverpool wanted him. Like, the same story, to be honest, was about Mika Biereth, wasn't it? We signed him from Fulham. Everyone wanted him. We loaned him out to Waalwijk in Netherlands, then to Motherwell, then to Sturm Graz and everything, and then we sold him to Sturm Graz. He didn't even kick a ball for Arsenal. It sounds very similar. Chidobe Martin was at Arsenal at 16, looked and saw this mess we have, and he pissed off to 15th place Man United. To Man United, you know. And he's getting game time there, by the way. He's starting there at times, by the way, there. Like, come on, man. Seriously, come on, man. Yeah, big up Yasa, big up Yasa. I thought we signed Gyokeres weeks ago. Big up Hengedi. Nope. It was, well, Fabrizio said, here we go soon. And he said that about a week and a half ago. That soon still hasn't come. To be honest, looking at that, it took us about half a year to sign Zubimendi and announce him, and about a month and a half to sign even Calafiori and players like that. I'm not too surprised, to be honest. Big up Hendon Gunnar. Big up. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. 680 million. Looking. Big up Jervis. I was laughing at Man United over the long talks over signing the Brentford forward, but now I'm so ashamed of our own club delaying with Gyokeres. Yeah, that's the thing. They signed Buemo. Somehow I'm reading today that Marcus Rashford is going out on loan to Barcelona with option to buy. How the hell he has scammed that chance? And looking how Hansi Flick plays football, guarantee you Rashford is going to ball out there, by the way. Seriously, he's going to ball out there. How is he failing upwards as well? It's kind of nuts. Because Rashford in the last few years hasn't done too much. Yes, he had a decent stint at Aston Villa on the second half of the season. Emery screwed up with taking him off against PSG. Maybe they would have beaten PSG. But how he has scammed away to Barcelona loan, I have no idea. Going to PNC with Gyokeres does goes tits up. Yeah, alternatively, if Arsenal do sign him, then watch Arteta ball ruin him. Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation to some extent, isn't it? It genuinely is a lose-lose situation. Noni, are you okay? Noni, okay. Noni, mando okay. Noni, are you okay? Are you okay? Noni, are you okay? Like, that is a nut song, to say the least. I have zero excitement about any of these signings because Arteta is still the manager. I get it. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. 35 likes. Big up, people. 35 likes. Can we push it to 40 as well? Can we push it to 40 likes? Slap that like button, or you are waking up with Voldemort slithering into you. Ugh. You are what? Wahaha. I don't want to burst your bubble, but you may be watching the wrong Harry Potter movie. The wrong one. It might be 18 plus, so be careful. Bigger pizza, another Mudryk thing in the offing. Gyokeres will go to Man United. Mark my words, Amorim has a hand on all this saga. Sporting president doesn't want to sell to Arsenal. He will sell to Man United. If that happens, I'm not gonna lie, Wahaha will be genuinely farting rainbows all over the place, and he will be unbearable on streams. Seriously, just like Yasa with his Chelsea agendas, man. He already is offering us Action Jackson and Christopher Nkunku and everything. Just like Oaxaca is offering us still Hoyland. And Garnaches as well. Gyokeres would have begged the Hattie that game. It was, man, yep, 100%. I'm so tired. Big up Dio, and I cannot blame you, to be honest. Let's get to 40 likes. Big up football family. Big up BBK. Go subscribe to BBK Sports as well. And if we hit 40 likes, oh my days, that would be over the moon. Just one player taking ages, and that is Arsenal in general. 100%. 100%. We are going to miss you. We're going to miss on Gyokeres. It looks that way. Just seeing Gyokeres going to Man United, mark my words, Amorim has a hand on all this. Why are you putting this into universe? Why do we need this in the universe? Seriously, man. Why are you putting this in the universe? Like, that is the nuts part. That is the nuts part. Why are you putting this in the universe? You don't have to play him in the games, though. Exactly. Just sign him in the first place. Play him in the Emirates Cup against Bilbao, against Villarreal. Who cares? Just sign him the goddamn up. Big up Richard Broad. Big up Richard. Remember that Arteta does not actually want Gyokeres. Exactly. Exposes him on Havertz. Would not surprise me if Arteta is sabotaging the deal. Yeah. That is one of the conspiracy theories that is currently genuinely flying around the Arsenal fandom. 100%. It's every gooner who is talking and everything. Even on social media, I'm seeing people saying that there is a possibility that Arteta, since he wants Šeško, and not Gyokeres, and everything. Well, we have to speak properly, as Tom Canton is saying. Otherwise, we're just toxic and negative and all this stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, because Arteta wants Šeško, Berta wants Gyokeres. Like, a top gooner mate in WhatsApp said Madueke has a leak mentality after hearing his interview. We are cooked as a club fan base. Oh, 100%. Mikel Arteta said he's one of the best wingers in Premier League. Like, isn't that telling you a lot? And even if you look deeper into that, Andrea Berta apparently would be willing to pay 65 million for Madueke. That is even nuts. If we paid that, I would genuinely lost my marbles. Facts, Arteta F-ups everything. Yeah. I think Gyokeres' thing is just a theater. The negotiations will break down and Arteta will get Šeško as he wanted. Maybe. Who knows, to be honest. Glock 9 and Noni Madueke 47. If he was an AK-47, I would big up Into the Box, by the way. Go subscribe to Into the Box as well. But yeah, if he was shooting and score, well, he's shooting like AK-47, to be honest. If you don't know, AK-47 has massive recoil on the shot, so it's very hard to keep proper aim unless you do it in small bursts, right? So looking at that, well, it's a big issue. It's generally a big issue. Arteta does everything to sabotage. Maybe. Big up AFC always. Hope you're doing well. Happy to spunk 52 on Madueke, though. When Arteta wants the player, we get them. No problem. When it's not his player, we are tight bastards. Exactly. Last summer, we signed Merino and Calafiori. Only reason why this deal dragged out for that long, both of the deals, was because in the hierarchy, Edu and these men all had reservations about the injury history on Calafiori. They thought Merino was not ready for Premier League. Arteta came in, said, I want these two players, signed them and shut up, and they instantly came to Arsenal. It was also talked about a lot. Voldemort is codename for TP5. Still, He who shall not be named. I get it. I get it. Tom Milsodor-Riedel. Šeško is out of the budget. I hope so. To some extent, I'm at the moment sitting here and hoping that Šeško is out of the budget. I'm not going to lie. If Šeško is in the budget, then it just means they stalled the Gyokeres deal. Yeah, they purposely didn't want to pay the money, or Arteta. Tomorrow is Sunday. Big up Most Wanted. Tomorrow is Sunday, is Gyokeres Day. Yeah, to be honest, in the last few weeks, on Sundays, we get the most updates regarding Gyokeres. So maybe tomorrow something is going to happen. Seriously, maybe something is going to happen. Robo, it's pronounced Šeško. It's actually like really simple. Yeah, it's Šeško and Gyokeres. It's like really simple if you think about it. It's really simple. That's the one thing you can hold against me. Would also mean we could have gone Rodrigo. Exactly. If you start looking in those perspectives, it gets even worse. Šeško is the coolest fucking name of a Bond villain. Šeško. We're not getting Šeško though. Watkins loading. Oh my God. Why? Have you guys missed football yet, or are you still drained from the last season? For me, it's Laird. Don't know where the excitement will come from. I miss football, 100%. But it's mostly because I don't watch Premier League alone. I watch Spanish League, La Liga 2, the Segunda, Bundesliga, Serie A. I watch all the leagues as much as I can. So I genuinely, predominantly, it's actually kind of nuts in the last year, more specifically, the last season. I genuinely turned away from Premier League. I was watching Arsenal, some odd game here or there, but mostly watch La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, even Championship, Eredivisie, Segunda, Serie A, and places like that. I didn't watch Premier League that much at all, to be honest. I watched on occasion, but not as many, and it's actually kind of nuts. Not much difference in price. I can shoots like an AKM's like Stormtrooper. Saving Gyökeres. Oh, Saving Privateer. What a movie, to be honest. What a movie. As long as you're not saving Gyökeres as privates, I'm all good. But Madueke is worth 65, 65, not 62, 65, same as Haddad's, by the way. Shish kebab. We're gonna be shish kebab if we sign Sheshko, to be honest. I only watched Sesko a few times. Every time he looked like a useless player. I watched about 20, 25 games of Sesko. And most of the time when I have watched him, he cannot finish one-on-ones half the time. He has tunnel vision, because if he decides to shoot, he's going to shoot. He sees straight path. He doesn't see the teammates around him. His passing needs work, 100%. And yeah, last season, yes, he played a different role. He played the second fiddle to Openda, more pushed out to the wide on occasion and more dropping into the deep. I get it. At the same time, oh, no chance in hell. For me, Arsenal are not in a spot where we need players that can develop. We need win now type of players. 100%. I haven't missed football, bro. Don't think I'm ready for the next season. Only 1 year he can carry my enthusiasm. And he's gonna get microwave minutes, isn't he? So I wouldn't put my money on that one as well, bro. What have you against Sesko? Nothing. He's just not ready. He's not win now type of player. He's good enough in 3-4 years, maybe. But Arsenal are not in a position to get experimental project players. We need win now players. Players who are established, proven, who gets us over the line, who improves the team. Sesko at the moment doesn't improve the team. Well, if you look at striker, we don't have a striker. So technically, Sesko could improve the team. But if you go from what one of the biggest German legends, Lothar Matthäus, said about Sesko, I'm not too impressed, am I? Because Lothar Matthäus said, Benjamin Sesko is like Havertz with Werner's pace. Does that combination sound exciting to you? Sesko isn't a bad player. I don't get the head. Gyokeres is who we need now, no question, but no point blank calling him shot is... Like, I'm not saying he's awful, but he's not ready. He's not the one we need right now. Oh, it was 65. Excuse me, valuing the player. Sesko is disappointing. Sesko is not shit, but he's for a long time. In the Euros, he looked completely lost. Sesko, that is. Well, he plays for Slovenia. And Slovenia, yes, they have some decent players like Kampel, like obviously Sesko. They have Biol and players like that. At the same time, the best players Slovenia has are goalkeepers. Oblak and Handanovic. But no matter how you look at it. Which brand of football did you enjoy watching from all the leagues you watched? La Liga in the first place. La Liga 2, Segunda in the second place. Bundesliga in the third place. Premier League in the fourth place. And Serie A in the fifth place. That would be my top 5. I don't think Sesko is win ever. That sounds kind of mad. Means nothing. It does, like, that's the thing. People say, oh, he played for a poor Leipzig team. But if he was as good as you and some other fans are trying to hype him up right now, he should be doing things himself. He should be able to stand out in that team. He should be able to carry the team. But he's not doing that. Because if player is actually that great and that everyone wants him, he should be one of the standout players, in my opinion. And he is not. In 2-3 years, by all means, sign him if he's that good. Right now, we don't need Sesko. We need Gyokeres. We need win now, proven goal machine. We don't have time to experiment 2-3 years with, oh, what if he comes good? What if he doesn't come good? What if, I don't know, he dyes his hair again and something like that? We got to get Sesko ready while he's on our books. If we don't sign him this season, we don't sign him at all. Could be the case. Big up, Wendy. Big up. We will soon say him. No cause alarm, guys. One love. Well, that's the hope. That's the hope that we will soon get Gyokeres. That is the hope. Big up, Wendy. Big up. Sorry. But yeah, that is the hope that Gyokeres soon joins Arsenal. Mateusz being harsh. Werner and Havertz combos. Sesko got more ability than both Havertz and Werner. To be honest, Havertz was fantastic at Bayer Leverkusen. It's just that he went to Chelsea. In those few years he was there, he was under like 50 managers, and he got ruined there to some extent. I'm sorry, Yessa, if you're still here, but sorry, he got ruined to some extent there. And yeah, because when Havertz was at Bayer Leverkusen, I wanted him at Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. But after seeing him at Chelsea, I'm not too excited. Campbell ain't playing for years now. Ilicic was class before he got ruined by depression. Yeah, like his girlfriend broke up with him or cheated on him, so he slumped into depression, everything. Campbell is still playing. Like he's still there. He's still playing. Campbell is still at Leipzig. 34 years old. He's not the youngest, but hey, a bit different story though, isn't it? I wish Sesko was short, man. Then people wouldn't be on this Havertz comparison. His ability as a player was clear. Players like Havertz. Well, hopefully. But yeah, Slovenia Heroes was very, very defensively set up. Yeah, because Slovenia, like they have specific certain players very good, but overall as a team, it tends to desire more. Yeah, exactly. We need a goal scorer. Sesko has actually regressed in the last 2 years. But that also comes with RB Leipzig. They are selling their best players left, right, and center. And to be honest, even Werner was not good at Leipzig. Because people, if you look blindly on goal tally, it looks fantastic. But if you look at the chances he missed and the potential chances he wasted, it's actually embarrassing. He's died here in this half. The reason so many rate him, because it's the new gen dumbasses or whatever it's called these days. How do you know Sesko has regret? Don't ask me that. Ask that to Pepper. He scored more goals 2 years ago. And they played different style as well 2 years ago. They played 4-4-2. He was on the main strikers at the time, wasn't he? The Havertz, and it was in Austria, wasn't it? 2 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. The Havertz they see at Arsenal now, Sesko. In those terms, yes. In those terms, yes. It's hard, to be honest. If you think about it, signing a striker right now pretty much is an improvement on anything we have up top. Like, there's no argument about that. But I still remain, to my point of view, that Arsenal need a bagsman, a goal machine that is win-now type of player. And for me, that is Gyokeres, not Sesko. Leverkusen Havertz is just a myth. The contract extensions of Saka and Sliba also have gone completely quiet. Wonder what's going on there. Yeah, that is also the case. Those are, like, you could argue that there is no rush in those because there's like 2-3 years still left on the deals. You could make an argument about that, and their main focus is now getting the players in. At the same time, it's not looking great, in it. Nah, that was BS. Wife didn't leave Illich. It's just the whole pandemic. But that also, the pandemic situation hit everyone hard. You can't say Seško regrets. He kept his numbers while Leipzig was a much worse. Yeah, last season, yeah, Leipzig was much worse. Seško also was playing a different role. I'm not denying that. He was playing more deep, more wide. He was more of a different type of role he was taking up on. So I get it. But still, for me personally, Gyokeres is better goal scorer in general. He has proven that also for Sweden. He has proven that in Champions League and everything. Like, for me, that is the case. I'm not gonna debate about Seško all stream. I'm not too invested into all that. Even despite that, you would expect his goal tally increase as he moves into 20s. Yeah, Watkins or who? What are the alternatives if Gyokeres falls through? Well, it is Watkins, and that's about it. Like, unless we go try and sign, I don't know, Lautaro Martinez, Matsetsa, Vlahovic on free maybe is available or something like that. Daily Dushan might be coming back if Gyokeres falls through. Think about it that way. Daily Dushan might be back. Like, that is also true. Scoring goals are difficult in any league. Like, you can say, oh, it's just Portuguese league. Oh, it's just, I don't know, Zimbabwe league. But scoring, let's just say 50 goals even in Zimbabwe league, you have to do it still. It's not like you go with you play a team that are basically 2-year-olds that cannot tell their toes from their knees. Like, it also is like that. This Mateta timeline is dark, no stars, and universe. Like, I would take Lautaro, but Inter are not even selling him. He's the captain. He just signed a new deal. He doesn't want to leave Inter. He said himself he wants to stay there forever, pretty much. Like, I don't think he's leaving. There's no stars in any universe with Arteta and Kroenke is at the helm. Like, well, for women's team there is. Let's be real. They have 2 stars above their name right now. Arsenal have nil, the men's team. Was Sesko also playing with Openda as 2 up top? Yeah, more or less. Not predominantly as much, but he was. He was like more of a secondary type of thing going on. Let's just put it that way. Even with everything, he was. But many times he also played different roles. Like, it's not like he always was that, but he mostly was the up top together with Openda. And then there was Xavi Simons in behind if he was fit and everything. Why we are not going in for Xavi Simons as well, by the way? Big up Reece Martins, big up. Arsenal fans are so divided. Gyokeres or Sesko, who wins us the league? Only one answer, in my opinion, which is 100% he will put like Bentner. Haaland scored loads of goals in Norway, loads of goals in Austria, loads of goals in Germany, and loads of goals at City. He also scores loads of goals. Well, so what does that say about his striking ability if he is shunted to less attacking position? Well, for me also, if you are that good, like, you should be able to create something for yourself. For me personally, you should be able to create something for yourself in those terms as well. Xavi Simons is getting injured. Also, mash up the Leipzig player numbers. Yeah, he's also getting injured, but his assist and trickery made a lot of those players look good. Yeah, Xavi Simons is not a bad player, just like Dani Olmo. But the injuries are a bit of a question mark regarding them, personally, for me. If he was a bad man striker, he used to be a focal point. Well, why we are not then signing Openda, though? That is also a big question. Why we are not in for Openda, potentially? Xavi Simons or Eze, in your opinion? Oh, bloody hell. How about both? Like, seriously, like, how about both? Why not? Get both. Surely it points Sesko having more complete game than Openda if he has moved to secondary. Potentially, yeah. But we don't need secondary role. We need a bagsman. We need bagsman. But yeah, Beto? You mean Beto, the Portuguese guy? Beto? I'm not going to debate whole stream about everything. Okay, breaking news. Yessa just messaged me on Twitter, and he said this, from Eduardo Pagan, by the way. Breaking news. I said nothing. I didn't say nothing. It's facts. Like, seriously, he bags everywhere where he goes what he has done. I'm not saying anything. Sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. I said nothing. It's facts. Like, there's no argument about that. Yessa just tweeted me and tagged me into this. According to Eduardo Pagan, news from Mais Football. Go figure if that is true or not. How trustworthy is that source? But here we go. Negotiations between Sporting and Arsenal for Viktor Gyökeres continue without progress. Here we go. Without progress. Here we go. And as a result, pessimism has taken over in recent hours among some involved in the talks. Oh, bloody hell. Mais Football learned that the lack of confidence in the deal led the Swedish player's father to burst into tears from Friday to Saturday. He is emotionally distraught and even no longer believes the transfer will be successful. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, what? Like, seriously, what? What? The people involved in the Gyokeres talks are losing faith. Like, I'm trying not to crash out. Genuinely keep yourself together. Pick one if we get both. If we had a chance realistically get one. Still Eze. Still Eze for me. Arteta's plan is coming to fruition, dude. Chill with your Asmus Højlund, man. I don't want your Asmus Højlund at Arsenal. Big up football Big up football rocker room. Big up football locker room banter. Big up, hope you're doing well. I don't know if it's James or Shaq. Big up to you all. Big up. Gyokeres taking way too long. Yeah, seriously, this Gyokeres saga is like the Spanish soap opera on Telemundo. Like stupido, rapido, bastardo, and all this stuff. And in the end is I don't love you as it gets translated and all this. It's like drama on top of drama on top of drama. Like seriously. We are a movie. Basically, this should be all or nothing. This is literally the title, Gyokeres for Arsenal, all or nothing. And you could make on Netflix like 5 series or something like that. You know, like Drive to Survive or an F1 or something like that. This whole saga could be literally turned into a movie. One day he's moving couch cushions, other day his dad is crying, then he breaks up with his girlfriend, then he goes on strike, then he takes a pay cut, then the agent waives the salary fees, then Gyokeres is doing medicals, but apparently he's in Sweden not even doing the medicals and everything. It's like, go figure. Then we're haggling over 2 million. Oh, bloody hell. I don't believe this one bit it's gonna get done. That's the hope. That is the hopium and copium at the moment. It's actually mad. Hollywood got nothing on our scriptwriters, 100%. Hollywood got nothing on us. Big up G Wheels. Listen, it's clear Arteta is the one fucking effing up the Gyokeres deal. 52 for Madueke, handling over 2.5 for Gyokeres. This is all Arteta. He don't really want. Yeah, we all know that Arteta wants Sesko. We all know that. And Berta wants Gyokeres. Let's be real. Okay, how did Madueke get here so quick? Give Sporting the Madueke money. True, but like I think Madueke was announced at the time when Berta was in Lisbon, and Arteta was doing some bidding here because Arteta wanted him. So it takes a bit much. It takes 10 times quicker. Okay, I'm gonna go have a smoke on the crash out. Not gonna be elite, dude. It was just important for me to get the point that the goal scorer scores goals in any league. Exactly. I totally get it. I totally understand it. That's the thing. Scoring 50 goals is fantastic, right? It doesn't matter if you score 50 goals in Portuguese League, Premier League, Ligue 1, Zimbabwe, Colombia, Nairobi, Vanuatu, wherever. Scoring 50 goals, you still need to do it. It's like, it's incredible achievement no matter how you look at it. Let's be real. I totally get it. Yeah. Yeah, big up. I totally understand. Yeah. Big up Sniper, bro. Big up. Berta will do everything he can to make us sure Gyokeres comes. Hopefully. That is the hope. Especially after he signed Madueke. We will get an update on Gyokeres tomorrow. Well, we'll see. Last 2 weeks we have. Let's see if the third week is the charmed one, like they say, 2 times lucky, 3rd time's the charm or something like that. Might be the 3rd time's the charm. Berta should resign if the Gyokeres deal falls through. Like, if there is some underlying causes from Mikel Arteta that is affecting this deal, why Berta cannot get it done, wouldn't be surprised if Alberta did it. Genuinely wouldn't be surprised if and did it. Seriously, wouldn't be surprised. 100%. Anyways, let's do some cringe stuff. Hey! Okay, enough. Enough. This is our fan base. Seriously, this is our fan base. A lot of add-ons have been agreed to this, so just one add-on. Exactly, 2 million pounds we are haggling over. How embarrassing is that? I also want to make it hard to achieve, but Sporting is hoping for them to receive that 2.5 million. Just do it. 2 million. Do they not realize that by just selling about 10 shirts, about what, 20? Not 20, about 200 shirts with Gyokeres on the back, they make it back. Like, come on, man. It's business 101. You need to spend to earn. So spend the 2 million you are haggling over, you dumb bitches, excuse my French, and you will make it back from PR, from shirt sales, and from the TV revenues and all that crap. Come on, man. He needs to change his name. Are you gonna get the cup? I'm not so sure. Yesterday I didn't. I might today, but yesterday I didn't get it. Yesterday I didn't get. Yesterday I didn't. He's disgracing a good name, like Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. Poor Kenny Ken, to be honest. Like the same name and everything. Like that's insane. But yeah, Noni, are you okay? Noni, are you okay? Noni, are you okay? Are you okay? Noni, okay. Anyways, last thing I'm gonna talk about is this, because this is starting to worry me. The King Thierry Henry himself. The King Thierry Henry himself has spoken. And it's a worrying sign. I'm not gonna lie. It genuinely is a worrying sign. Mikel Arteta is doing a tremendous job. Do I think he should be sacked? Hell no. Don't clip this, you mother effers, by the way. I'm reading off the page. Do I think we are going to win the league this year? Yes. Is he on the payroll all of a sudden? Or what is happening here? He becomes Toppy Henry all of a sudden. Like, what the hell is happening here? Seriously, what the hell is happening here? Thierry Henry is saying that Arteta should not be sacked. We are going to win the league, and he is doing a tremendous job. Yet few months ago alone, he said that it's not good enough. Arteta is not doing the job that is good enough. He should be questioned. There should be questions. He potentially should be going, and how tall of a building he can build. What has changed in few months? Is he on the payroll right now, all of a sudden? Is he on the payroll? What has happened? Everyone has their price. It looks that way. The king read the riot act. I guess you have to watch the whole interview to get the context of what he said. Yeah, I do, but based on this alone, it's not looking too great, is it? He talked on the Gentleman's Club, didn't he? Something like that. He has been reiterated and forced to toe the line. I'm not so like Henry never has said this, like regarding Mikel Arteta ever. Like, seriously, he has never said this in terms of before. Why all of a sudden the sudden change of heart? That for me is insane. That's some crazy quotables to let out in the world, man. Yeah, exactly. That for me is the biggest question now. Because when he called out Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, top gooners all across the world, social media were saying that he is jealous. Thierry Henry is jealous of Arteta. His statue should be taken down in front of the Emirates. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he should stay away from Arsenal. This is what Top Gunner said when he called out our Arsenal few months ago. Right now, he's saying the straight opposite. What has changed in these few months? He understands he could be very unpopular if he continues with the critique of Arteta. The mutants don't respect legends. Yeah, they have never seen them, I guess. Never seen them doing anything. Because, like, you cannot disregard what the biggest legend of the club is saying. He has statue at South Emirates. Thanks to him, partially, we are who we are. He is Mr. Arsenal himself, together with Wenger. Like, come on, what are we doing here? No respect whatsoever. And then I have to watch someone say that, like, compare Pires to, like, say, Ljungberg and Saka is on, like, and all this stuff. Someone saying Manieri is better than Yamal and all this crap. Like, Top Gunners are a wild bunch. That man in Blazers podcast is very key cog in the Top Gunnerverse. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be surprised. Men in sharper suits than the one Titi wears rocked up to his house and told him to stop talking. And probably they probably also had like blacked out glasses, They had like an earpiece going into here. They had black suits and everything, and they came with a black briefcase and everything. Some things happened, and then they left. Hell no! If you suck Arteta, who are you going to sign as the manager? No one wants to manage Arsenal, bro. What? Lay off the Kool-Aid, man. There are managers we can sign, like Xavi. Dio wants Xavi. I wouldn't mind Xavi. If you want proper manager, buy out his contract. Like we have done before, we have the 4th highest paid manager in the world. You want to tell me that if we paid some bag to a proper manager, he wouldn't come? Winning manager. We had chances to sign Hansi Flick, Ancelotti, Luis Enrique, Ancelotti twice, by the way, and Inzaghi when we re-signed Mikel Arteta, gave him the deal and everything. We didn't. And now we are stuck with him. But the fact is, at some point, things must change. Oh, nobody's going to coach Arsenal. Who will be better than Mikel Arteta? Give me a chance to find out. Maybe he will win stuff. Maybe he will do something. Give me a chance to find out. Sporting have already signed their striker replacement for Gyokeres, so I think the deal should be done soon. That is the hope. Big up, Sniper, bro. He should. Like, if they have signed Luis Suarez, it should be done. But if Arsenal drag this out, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Yeah, that guy from Men in Blazers wields a very significant power. Oh, bloody hell, it's not good. I struggle to believe that there wouldn't be a list of notable managers wanting to manage us. Oh, 100%. I'm sorry, but there's something weird about this Gyokeres deal. Big up Ashley, by the way. Deal doesn't take this long to be done. Well, we signed Zubimendi for half a year, so it could be the case. But regarding that, yes, 100%. Lol, we have the second highest. Well, we have 4th right now. We used to have the 3rd or 2nd. We have 4th right now behind Pep, Simeone, and of course Inzaghi, who is in Saudi at the moment. We have 4th highest paid manager on 15 bags a week, by the way. 15 million a year. 4th highest paid. Honestly, his agents hasn't been in London for 5 days just discussing the add-ons. Like, if you for 5 days discuss add-ons, there must be something significantly wrong. Either someone is genuinely mute, another one doesn't know sign language, or the other case is there is something more to the deal than they're letting out. Like, seriously. Sporting are in talks to sign Luis Suarez, but Almería president himself is urging for the deal to move forward. Otherwise, they will start to talk to different options, because they have apparently multiple scenarios where they could sign him, who want to sign him. So it's a matter of time. We missed the boat on Inzaghi. I was gutted. Same. I prefer to watch the whole stuff to understand what he said and make judgment. Then I hope these quotes are clipped. I hope so too, but so far it doesn't look that way, because there are multiple sources reporting this. It's not just one. And there are also clips, some mini clips, and it sounds shaky, I'm not gonna lie. Then where were they when Arsenal struggling with Unai Emery? Unai Emery, first things first, never was backed, never got the players he wanted, didn't get time. You lot pushed him out, who said Emery out and all this crap, by the way, because all of a sudden Europa League final wasn't enough and all this stuff. If we gave Emery 800 million like we have given the Spanish paella-eating, Lego-headed buffoon, we probably would have won something. Insane. Emery out guys are acting up. Yeah, because if Sporting takes long with discussing add-ons for Gyokeres, it will not just affect Arsenal, but will also affects everyone. Seriously, it affects everyone. That is the issue here. Who knew about Arne Slot, by the way? Well, to be honest, like in Eredivisie, they knew. People who watch Eredivisie, they knew, because Slot actually is a very good manager in Eredivisie. He has won the league, the cups multiple times. He has been coaching 2 years less than Mikel Arteta, if I'm not mistaken. And he has won about 5-6 times more than Mikel Arteta already. Honestly, I don't have faith in this deal. Why hasn't Fabrizio or David posted anything? It all just seems strange. Yeah. Well, tomorrow is Sunday. Everyone says it's Gyokeres Day, so we'll see tomorrow what comes up. I would still take Leonardo Jardim, to be honest. Maybe. We get updates on Gyokeres every Sunday. Be patient. Hey, don't say those words in the chat. Be patient. I'm sick and tired of top gooners saying that. Like, it's already getting on the nerves. Hey, dude, even Alex Ferguson struggling in his 6th season. I'm sorry, what? You want to tell me a guy who coached Aberdeen before, won Champions League with Aberdeen, took them to heights they have never seen in their life, and then was coaching Manchester United, is the same level as a guy who had never coached in his life, was a kindergarten graduate and got the CEO position straight up, has been given nearly $1 billion to build his team, and still has won genuinely fuck all, despite the one FA Cup which he won with the Emery team you just tried to put down, is good enough for Arsenal. Are you blind? Take off the Kool-Aid. Lay off it. We are top tier manager. We are, yeah, 15 million a year as well. The manager quality is on other side of the scale. Exactly. Great things take time. The average average time to win a Premier League for managers in Big Six teams is about 2.2 years. Arteta is going into 7th year, and he has done nothing. He's already overstayed his welcome. Let's be real. How comes other big teams change managers left and right? Because they want to win, and they win as well. By the time we have had Mikel Arteta at the wheel, Ancelotti has been at Real Madrid twice and won Champions Leagues. Bayern Munich have changed managers about 50 times. PSG have changed managers multiple times. PSG have done a whole rebuild and have won Champions League before us. Crystal Palace just won a trophy over us. Newcastle won first trophy in 70 years. Arteta has done nothing. He won one FA Cup with a squad, which wasn't even his, which was Wenger's and Emery's. And you just tried to diss Emery. When Emery wanted Fabinho from Monaco, who went to Liverpool, and he got Lucas Torreira, he wanted Zaha, but he got, what's-its-face? Pepe. The only good signing he actually got on himself is Saliba. He made Aubameyang cook, Golden Boot winning Aubameyang. He made Lacazette cook. He signed Martinelli, made him cook at striker. He promoted Saka. Some of these players he had in the team, Arteta would be nothing without them. Come on, man. We're junior. Big up, Matthew. I am confident in this Gyokeres deal. Yeah, brought a lot of managers, applied both times. We were without a manager. We picked Emery from the list of managers last time. We picked Arteta from the list of managers this time. A list of managers, exactly. How long do you give Arteta until he falls off? Yeah, how long are you giving Arteta? When do you want Arteta to leave? You hear one thing, then you don't hear anything after. That is the sad part. You'll be saying the same thing the next year. Arteta leads Arsenal to another trophy. Let's come to say, in fact, Ferguson won major trophies at Aberdeen. Exactly. Don't you dare compare Arteta to Ferguson. Exactly. Ferguson, one of the best managers in history, arguably the best manager in Premier League history. Don't take long for Slot, for Hansi Flick or Luis Enrique. Yeah, they have done it instantly. Even Chelsea, they change managers, it feels like every other season, but they still win. Maresca in phase 1 or phase 1.5 has won Conference League and the Club World Cup, just destroyed PSG in the final. Team that destroyed us, by the way, in Champions League. Also, just because it worked one time doesn't mean it's going to work in this case. Exactly. Big up, Lyndon. Big up, Lyndon. You deserve my subscribe for the way you talk. Big up, Lyndon. Big up, big up, big up, big up. At least I have someone to listen to besides Lee. Oh, big up, Lyndon. That is a compliment and a half. I'm not gonna lie. That is a compliment and a half. Big up to you. Thank you so much. Much appreciate that. What buzzwords are you tired of hearing this summer? For me, advancing, sensible signing, concrete talks. Yeah, same goals for virtual agreement. Be patient and everything. I think we won the Cup Winners' Cup with Aberdeen. Beat Real Madrid in the final. Fact. He won the Scottish League with Aberdeen, though, and I think that had never happened before. Yes, exactly. How many people gave chance Aberdeen to win Champions League against Real Madrid or in general at the time? No one. Let's be real. It's like 10,000 hours to master something. There's 8 hours in a year. So as it stands, to a reason that Arteta mastered management years ago, and he's not any better, still doing the same mistakes. Arteta mastered PR, yeah. Guys, next season is ours. Yeah, sure. How long are we supposed to wait for? If we have such a wonderful team, we should have won something. That's the nuts part. Our team is good enough to win something. It just somehow we don't. That is the nuts part. That's a big praise there. Exactly. Big up, big up. Thank you so much. Good business. Oh, that I hate that one. Good business. He's a body to take in. He ceiling raiser, floor raiser, and all these guys. A decent signing. Good rotational player and all this stuff. It's actually insane. Either the team is not as good as people think, or the manager is not as good as people think. One or the other. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care what Andrei says, be calling Arteta's head November when the season goes tits up, dude. It might happen even faster, to be honest. It might happen even faster. But big up, people. If you haven't already, do me the favor. Like the stream and subscribe if you're new. Been live for 1 hour and 20 minutes. A bit too longer than I needed to be, but I love the chat. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. So if you haven't, as I said, like the stream, subscribe if you're new. Gonna see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. People say tomorrow is Gyokeres Day. Maybe we'll find something on Gyokeres. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we will see how he drags out his cat out of the house into the van. Who knows? But time only will tell. But for today, I will be signing off. Have a great evening today. Have a great day tomorrow. See what tomorrow brings. Enjoy Sunday. Relax, chill. It has been pleasure to talking with you all. Hopefully, I'm going to see you all soon. Take care, stay safe, and have a nice time. Peace.